What up, guys? How are y'all doing today? I hope you guys are doing exceptionally well. So we're doing a 2020 hunting video. Haven't done one of these in like a month and a bit, ever since I came to Arkadia. I've just been doing the Hunting Arkadia series, so I haven't done a just standard hunting run. But luckily, I've hunted enough creatures that I can now sort of start doing these 2020 hunting runs. And it looks like Serial Overdrive was online. So I'm guessing we're going to be able to expect a video from him. Something cool. I mean, he seemed to be online for quite a while, so we might expect something cool from him. I mean, a lot of the stuff that he puts out is very cool, but we might expect something Entropia cool out of him in the next, whatever. So, some news. I finally got myself some ghost foot guards. No longer am I using the pixie foot guards, I am using the ghost foot guards. So, the difference between, there's the ghost, and there's the pixie. There's a big difference between the ghost and the pixie. The difference only comes from the acid protection when it comes to the positive on wearing pixie armor. But I digress. Today we're doing a 50 PED Nusul hunting run. We got 50 PED worth of universal ammunition. Our R matrix is at 34 PED flat. Nice. We're using an LR25. I should upgrade to the LR30 at some point. Just to start getting them skills, but I'll probably wait until I'm back on Calypso to start using those, because, then you got the shipping fees and it's a bunch of bullshit. I also bought one of these. I did have a Rep Edge axe 1 and 2 at one point, but I think I had sold them to another player before I noticed the efficiency on these things. And even though they're the sort of weapon where you need to be level 100 for them to be fully, usable, this one, the stuff is at the right sort of level where I don't mind using it in like swanting runs and stuff like that. So, the efficiency is 64.6, which is greater than the LR25. So I don't mind using this when I'm doing swanting, because it's better than a lot of the other ones. But I've developed a slightly better way to do my swanting runs. But anyway, so we got full TT armor, and we got our LR25 and 50 PED worth of universal ammunition. Can't fucking speak today. First, we're gonna pop some of them pills. Just an auto loot and a skill pill. I think if you're gonna do anything like this, if you're gonna do any hunting and you've got those skill pills, you might as well pop them. So we're going to be avoiding the punies, but anything above, like the youngs, will be fine. We'll be able to hunt those guys. Now, because of the nature of Arkadia, I may or may not cycle through the shrapnel. Just due to the nature of, Arkadia's loot. It seems to give far less shrapnel. That wasn't a good indication, but they seem to give far less shrapnel than, say, Calypso. But I think that's because they have far more lootable items on the creatures, on the mobs. Which, I'm guessing if you're hunting the right stuff, in markup, that's going to be way better than, say, getting, some of the stuff that you would get on Calypso, hunting mobs on Calypso. But there are mobs on Calypso that drop things with far better markup, especially for like low level hunting. But it's all good. It's all good. I mean, the Arkadia is pretty good. You got the Gallids, which are the things that I sweat and hunt, and their hides have a decent markup, and they drop a few different things, so I'm not too fussed about heading back to Calypso at the moment. I was going to head back to Calypso to do a video on hunting exosaurs, but I've decided to wait until later on down the line. Yeah, just to continue doing as many of these IFN challenges on Arkadia as possible, because I'm not going to be able to... I don't have anything on Calypso, like hunting-wise, that I'll be able to have the money to actually do, like the Arkadia Iron missions. I won't have the cashola to actually do them before the Iron missions eventually leave. So I figured for now, I'll stick on Arkadia. I'll do as many of these IFN missions as possible. That way I can get... that way I can, reap the benefits of all of them. And hopefully good things will happen later on down the line. If the Codex comes, then I'll probably do the Codex for a little while. I'm not 100% sure how long I'm going to stay on Arkadia. I was going to head back to Calypso this week and then come back to Arkadia a few weeks, like in another few weeks. But I figured, the stuff on Arkadia at the moment seems to be okay. I'm getting the hang of doing a few things on Arkadia, and I found a few people to sell stuff to, which was nice. I had one chat pretty much clean out my entire storage. Told him what I had, and he was like, yeah, I'll take the lot. So I'm guessing he's kind of like just buying up and then hoarding, and then selling it on once he's got big enough stacks. Because I was initially going to leave Arkadia, then I sold the stuff, and then I started doing some swanting. I'm like, I might stick around and do some swanting, because I know there's a few people that are looking for sweat. There are a few people on Arkadia looking for sweat, so I might swant for a little while and see how that goes. And I figured while I'm at it, I can, continue on with the Hunting Arkadia series and all that sort of shit. I do want to start doing mining, mainly for the treasure hunting aspect. And of course, you can only really do the treasure hunting aspect, I believe, on, I think, Ancient Greece and Arkadia. I'm not 100% sure on the Ancient Greece. Don't quote me on that one. I'm not 100% sure. But, I do want to do a little bit of mining, and Arkadia seems to be a good place to mine. There are certain spots that seems to be completely for mining. There's not many creatures around. You can go through, you can mine, you can do all that sort of shit. So, it's probably going to be something that I'm going to look at. But I have noticed with the creatures on Arkadia, because they give far less shrapnel and they give more items, they tend to give less TT value. Just from what I've seen. Unless you get a global, then you're all G. That's not for all of them. Like, that could just be my my experience so far. But so far it seems like, they've been giving less TT value, but there's quite a few things that have good markup. Like, I think it's these guys. Focus lens components, yeah. These guys drop pretty frequently from quite a few different mobs, and they're good markup. Really good markup. And then, of course, you got, like, the Tirak hides, and, I mean, the Nusul hides aren't too bad. I think they're, like, 110, 17, like, 17, 110. Yeah, around 17. 107, not 17, 107. 107% markup. What about Cora Timber? It's a whatever. Well, it's junk. Not so much junk, but it doesn't sell a lot. There might be one, that's used for crafting. The guy that I saw, my voice just went all fuck-eyed for a second then. The player that I sold all my stuff to, he didn't seem to give a shit about, you know, whether or not it had sold a lot on the marketplace. So I'm, you know, there's probably a few people out there that probably buy off of the marketplace so they don't have to deal with the market. Like, if it sells so little, then they might sell it to players off of the auction house. I'm not 100% sure. I don't trade, so I don't know. I'm used to just selling shit on the auction house on Calypso. It's how ignorant I am to trading. Ah, damn punies. I didn't want to shoot the puny. He looked like a young. As an old, we'll get the old. But yeah, so I sold everything. And I got like 22 shares in Crystal Palace to get myself up to 250. I'm slowly going to work my way up to 275 and then get up to 300. You know, I think if by the end of the year my, you know, between my shares and my deeds, I'll be able to, if I can get between 15 and 20 PED a week, then I'll be pretty happy with that. I'll be happy with that. Mainly because, you know, I should then be able to use that to invest a little bit more, you know. I might even, like, buy a shitload of Ancient Greece. I mean, they don't do good. They don't do good, like, at all. They do quite shit. Let's see, the last dividend payment was... Yeah, they seem to give, like, a little bit each month, and that's it. A little bit each month. Yeah. I probably won't get Ancient Greece, but who knows? It might pick up later on down the line. You never know. Speculative investing is kind of a scary thing, but you know, it's all about the future. Gotta think what's gonna happen later on down the line. These guys haven't really dropped a whole hell of a lot, have they? Not TT-wise, anyway. Markup-wise, eventually I think some of these will, you know, return profit eventually. Once I get a decent stack. I know I came out here with about... I think I came out here with about 500 PED. No, I got here, and then I got 500 PED worth of universal ammunition. And I've just been working... I was working off of that. Once I sold everything, I think I got around 720, 730 PED. So I obviously made some kind of profit from that, so that's always good. Made a profit off the markup and just sheer massive stuff. So that's cool. I deposited, I think it was 150 PED worth of universal ammunition. So I'm going to be playing with that for a little while. Depending on, you know, certain things, I might not be able to deposit for a little bit, so I might be doing smaller hunts. You know, smaller hunts to, you know, to, I guess, work them skills up. Unless, you know, unless I'm able to get a constant flow of sweat from swanting, then sure, I'll probably be able to keep a lot of things up, which is good. Then continue to invest. I think once I've got to a point where I've got like 50 PED coming in each week, I think at that point then things will be pretty hunky-dunky. For the level that I'm at now. For the hunting level that I'm at now, and especially for the mining level. You know, if at some point I wanted to switch over to doing mining, you know, I'll be using my bloody rookie Terra Finder thingy. I'll be using the you know, the 3 survey, the 3 probe drop ones. So I think I've got my rookie Terra Master. Yeah, 2 or 3 probes per drop. Less than doing treasure hunting, then it'll be around 6. But if I was to... Let's see, so that's 1 PED. Oh, sorry. 0.1 PED. Should I cycle? Yeah, I'll cycle. You make money off of the markup. You don't make money off of shrapnel, so there's no point in not cycling it. There's no point in not cycling it. Something that I'm slowly reminding myself, there's no point in not cycling it, so you might as well cycle it. And you know, you get a little bit of extra with extra stuff, with markup, which is nice. But anyway, what was I saying? So, if you think 15 PEC per drop, if I was to hunt ore and end matter, you know, times that by 10, that'll be, you know, 1.5 PED. Times it by 100, so you can do 100 drops, that's 15 PED. So, you know, if you give yourself a budget of, say, 15 drops a day, then, you know, you should be able to budget that in, or I should be able to budget that in each week with my ped flow. But I've also got my hunting to do. But if I decide at some point to switch over to doing mostly mining for a little while, until things come, you know, come a little bit, you know, more better, then, hey, that's what I'll do. That is what I'll do. And it's not a bad thing. Like, if you want to switch from doing, like, hunting over to doing mining just due to, you know, financial ease for some things, then why the fuck not? Of course, the ultimate financial ease is swunting. Because not only does it take a long time to do, like, a 10 PED swunt, not only does it take a long time to do, but if you do, like, alternating, so you sweat one dry and then kill it, you sweat one dry and then let the turret kill it, well then you go from, what is it, with the Nusuls, not the Nusuls, with the, oh, fuck, the Gallids. If we take the Gallids, for instance, right, approximately for a 10 PED swant, approximately, this isn't exact, obviously, you'll get around 2,500 bottles of sweat if you were to sweat everything dry and then kill it. But, of course, if you were to sweat something dry, kill it, then sweat something dry and let the turret kill it, all of a sudden, once you finish the 10, you know, using your 10 PED worth of ammunition, or the 10 PED decay on a melee weapon, whatever you're choosing to, you know, slowly increase skills in, well, instead of, you know, just having the equivalent of 2.5 PED worth of sweat, you'll have 5 PED worth of sweat. Thus, in the loot, all you would need to get back in TT value is 50%. All you'll need to get back is 50%, and then you'll have the 50%, the other 50% from the sweat. Of course, you're going to get probably 70%. Bloody Nusul punies getting in my way. You're going to have more than 50%. You'll have around 70% in return. So, straight up at that point, you'll make a profit. Of course, I think when you're swanting, you really want to have enough... like, if you're using melee weapons, you want to have enough PEDs to cover the cost of the weapons for a few rounds, you know? And, you know, ammunition, you want enough ammunition to do a few rounds. That way, when it comes time to selling, you have a bigger stack, and you can say, look, I got this amount, how much do you want? And if they're like, yeah, I'll have all of it, then dope. You're able to sell the lot. Which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. Yeah, we'll probably call it there. Where is the... There, it's back this way. So I'll call it there. We'll travel back. We'll put this into the TT and see exactly what we got. We probably got around... Like... No... Maybe around 37, 38 PED back, which isn't the best. Is definitely not the best, all things considered. But if I'm able to get more of these focus lenses, that's got the good markup. If I'm able to get more of those down the line, then of course that will make up for a lot of the loss later on down the line. This game, like, this is a long game, right? This is a long game. If you want to, like, make PEDs fast, you're not gonna. Everything you do, right, if you want to make PEDs in this game, it is a long game. Like, if your end goal is to increase your capital in Entropia without putting, like, without depositing at all, or without, like, putting in a shitload of money, then it is a long game that you're going to be playing. You're going to be playing that big old long game, right? Which is good. You know, you don't, like... All good things come with hard work, right? All good things come with, good dedication to hard work. And in Entropia Universe, hard work can pay, Hard work can definitely pay. For instance, if you were to, do a lot of sweating, just straight up sweating, it costs you nothing. People go on about the electricity costs and all that sort of shit, but to be honest, if you weren't playing Entropia, you were going to be watching YouTube or doing some other shit, so that's a moot fucking point. Or you're going to be, like, watching TV or on your phone, so, like, the electricity thing, it's a moot fucking point. It's an absolute moot point. Alright, so we nearly got 40 PED. So it's not as big of a... It's not as bad of a loss as I thought. And of course, with the... In the long run, it should come out okay. Especially if I do a lot of sweating. If I do a lot of sweating, then that... it's going to make up for... that stuff. It all goes towards the same shit at the end of the day. It goes towards the ped card, goes towards the ped flow. All goes towards the same shit. It all depends on how you want to get there. If you want to get there sweating, then do some sweating. If you want to get there fruit finding, go on for a walk, look for some fruit. It's up to you, mate. If you want to do it mining, then, look up, the better markup items. If you want to, hunt, then look up creatures with items that have good markup that drop it consistently and, fairly commonly. Anyway, guys, that's all from me for today. I think I finished up everything that I was talking about. Not on my luck. I probably got halfway through a tirade and I've just completely forgotten. My memory's been a bit shit lately. This year it's all fucking going into one mess of a ball, and it's hard to keep track of everything. Day by day, it's just the same shit. But anyway, you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one.